finally, I saw this week's episode of Walking Dead, Warlords. So let's take a look at the mission and let's have a chat about the episode as well. So this is Missionaries. I'm not entirely sure what part of the episode this is going to represent. Yeah, Gabriel and Aaron are definitely key characters in it. Okay, I guess this just represents them going to that compound and killing some stuff on the way. Guess they had to, make something up around which to base the episode, because there wasn't anything like this in the episode. This looks fairly straightforward. We've got the old Huacha. Let's use that just for the fun of it. Typo. I don't like the look of this. I don't think we have a choice. It doesn't really represent anything that happened in the episode. Alright, well, kind of does. Alright, so I mean, so far... Is that it? Nothing to say about this mission. Even on hard, I don't think this is going to be a struggle. We'll give it a go, but I'm really keen to talk about the episode anyway. So the episode was called Warlords. And I really felt this was a return to form for The Walking Dead. The last two episodes have been weird. We've been following Eugene as he whines, finds out the truth about his sort of over-the-radio girlfriend. 2 episodes of him pining and whinging, like when I don't think he's really got the justification to do that. Anyway, let's not talk about those episodes. Let's talk about this week's episode, because really, really good. So, started off with a nice, concise sort of opener, an opener that had a beginning, middle, and an end. Felt like a 3-part sort of story in itself. Great use of colours. Really, really good sort of start. Really enticing, and just it felt like, oh, yeah, this is The Walking Dead. I feel like I'm watching The Walking Dead or something here. That was just great. So really good start. Then we cut to there's some nice dialogue with some back and forths about whether it's worth staying at Hilltop. That would become a major theme in this episode. It was just great to have a dialogue scene that was allowed to breathe. We had some characters talking about how they felt and what they believed and what their thoughts were about this situation, and it's just fantastic. It was great to have a scene like that. Maggie really feels like the de facto protagonist of this show now. Anyway, then we got to a sudden shock. Commonwealth walkers. Didn't they look awesome? Those 3 walkers, just, yeah, they had to put them down. I like that. I like the sight of them sort of staggering around. And it was a perfect time to underscore what Maggie was saying about these untested prissies. So, had relevance to that discussion, but kind of comes up later. There's a twist to that later. This episode full of misdirects and twists. Loved it. Aaron appears, just adds to the drama, to the suspense, and then we go back a week. I thought this was going to be a problem, so I've written here, I've underscored it and put a frowny face next to it. Oh, who did I select? Sasha and Rick. Too busy talking. I thought this was going to be a problem. I usually don't like it when they do that in shows, but it actually really worked for this show. I didn't know it at the time, so I sort of put a negative mark next to it. By the end of the episode, I'm just like, yes, I get why they use that format. It works so well. Anyway, fantastic speech by Gabriel. He shouldn't be delivering it. He's kind of a psychopath. But still, well written, and it's just every scene so far in the episode has had good dialogue. It's just been well written. Something that's been sorely lacking for a while. They go to the compound, and I love Gabriel's kind of just like, I'm not doing this. This is a bad idea. Aaron, Gabriel, way more experienced. They know what they're doing. These guys are inexperienced idiots, but of course, that's what you think at the time. You think this guy is just a blowhard, he doesn't know what he's doing. These guys are talking a lot of sense. But of course, you know, that isn't exactly how it goes. Spoilers, by the way, spoilers for this. Halfway through it anyway. Yeah, oh, just as a little side note, Aaron and Gabriel together, I see why they keep putting these characters and actors together. They're fantastic together, great chemistry. All of their scenes are always really good. That first contact scene ramps up the tension. Don't know how it's going to work out. And then Michael Biehn appears. One of my favourite actors. He is my favourite character in fiction ever. In my favourite film of all time. He portrays Hicks in Aliens. And it was great to see him. And he's fantastic in this. He is so intensely creepy and sinister. There's an air of panic behind what he's doing, because he explains how he does not trust these people. People have tried to take advantage of them before. It's a great performance. This is another religious group, a little bit like the Reavers, like, you know, Pope's group. But I thought that in just a handful of scenes, they did more with this community than they did with the entirety of the Reavers. And this character felt more real and interesting than Pope ever did. Quick side note. Let's see what this Mega March Call gets us. So, I just thought the scenes were just wonderfully played. Absolutely fantastic. It was an excellent negotiation scene. You really didn't know how things were going to go. There was a back and forth. You know, our heroes made some good points. You know, towards the end, it really felt like this guy was just going to off them. Really, really well done. But then, wow, that twist. Oh my gosh. Did not see that coming. Fascinating. Just, this is great writing. This episode is really, really good. And you really get to see how malicious and insidious the Commonwealth are. Aaron and Gabriel are just pawns in this thing. But you have this beautifully performed and acted scene. Yeah, just great. Lance was actually menacing. That was pretty good. So far away from where he's been, which is this virtually impotent kind of political wannabe kingmaker. He's got a plan. He's working towards something, and he's kind of nasty. The ex-CIA guy, that scene with him and Lance, him explaining that he's been sober for a while, and then a hint of that kind of dark anger as he confronts Lance and takes a sip of that whiskey. And he's just really well done. And the surprises don't stop coming. Negan's back. Negan is back. I did not see that coming. Final note, the sounds of the executions are pretty terrifying. And what a cliffhanger. We actually have an exciting cliffhanger, and I can't wait for the next episode. And it's just a joy to be able to talk positively about the show that I love so much. I hope everyone else really enjoyed that episode, because I am amazed that it was made by the people who made the last two episodes as well. I cannot get over that it is the same show. This was a really strong, exciting, twisty, well-written episode, and I absolutely loved it. And it is so nice to be able to share it with everybody and talk about it and the mission in the game as ever. Anyway, I'll stop going on about it now. As ever, thanks for watching.